Alright, good morning everybody.
Good morning.
What are we doing today, Kiowa?
Soup.
Soup. Doing chicken noodle soup today. So I have some canola oil in this big old pot that we're making our soup out of. So I'm just going to put the heat on low. Kiowa, I have some celery for you to chop up. Yep, the green ones. So I already diced up some carrots, some onions, some garlic, and I baked some boneless, skinless chicken breast in the oven. So the oven was set at 350. I cooked that chicken for about 40 minutes. It's about a pound of chicken. So once I was done chopping that celery, we're gonna heat our oil here and put our carrots and onion and celery in here. We'll let those kind of cook down a little bit. Then we'll add some seasoning, some garlic. We have some low sodium chicken broth that we're using. You can also use like the bouillon cubes as well. We're doing low sodium for heart health. Most people eat way too much salt or sodium, so it's always a good idea to choose the low sodium variety. And these are two 32-ounce boxes, containers, so it's 64 ounces total of broth. I'm just putting the carrots and onions in here. Turn our heat a little bit so it's medium heat. So we'll let these kind of cook down a little bit, get soft. We want our onion to be translucent, carrot soft, celery soft.
Yeah.
We're going to do a little bit salt and pepper. Yeah, you could always record it and post it later.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of salt and pepper.
Dang.
Just stir your veggies every so often so they don't burn. Alright, so our onions are translucent, our carrots are soft, our celery is getting soft. So I'm just going to add our garlic in there. So this is about 7-8 cloves of garlic that I chopped up. You can also do garlic powder if you don't want to do the fresh garlic. And I'm going to put in a couple of bay leaves in here too. Just let that get fragrant. Start smelling really good. Just let that cook. That garlic and bay leaf cook in there for about a minute. So now I'm going to pour in our broth or our stock. We have our chicken broth added. We're going to bring that up to a boil. I'm also going to add our noodles. So we're doing half the noodles are whole wheat and half are just regular. trying to meet that my plate recommendation of making half your grains whole grains. And they have that recommendation so that you eat enough fiber. Fiber is really important for heart health. It's important to prevent colon cancer and make your digestive tract healthy. So we're doing half whole wheat and half regular. So we're just going to bring this to a boil. Once it gets to a boil, we'll kind of turn it down a little bit. Let the noodles cook on about a simmer, medium to low heat. Once those noodles are cooked, they're not hard, not crunchy, they're just done. Then we'll add in the chicken and some other seasonings. So Kiowa, why don't you go ahead and give me the glass one? Yep. And the tall one. Perfect. So I'm doing a little bit of rosemary. Kind of your typical soup flavoring. And some basil leaves. Or sorry, basil leaves. Dried basil leaves. And again, the seasoning is up to you, what your preference, what your tolerance level is. If you don't like as many spices, do less. You could also make this soup more spicy, add red pepper flakes, chili powder. So there's different ways you can use your spices. It just depends on what your preference is. Oh wow. No. Yeah, so this looks a lot cooked down, huh? Let's taste the noodle though, see if it's ready. So I'm picking out the whole wheat noodles because those usually take a little longer to cook than the other noodles.
I think they're done.
You think so?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I think it's done too. Okay. Now we can add the chicken. And basically, this is the last step. I'm also going to add a little bit of this dried dill. The recipe called for fresh dill. I forgot my fresh dill. You don't have to add this if it's not something you're just interested in, but you could also put, some lemon juice in here, some dill. Like I said, you could add more spices, make it spicier, add some red pepper flakes, add some cayenne if you want. So it's really up to you. The chicken was seasoned with salt and pepper and garlic powder. But you could season it with other things too, like Italian seasoning or just to let it heat up a little bit. But
Okay.
it's pretty much
And
done.
I thought made my sandwich on that one.
She likes to eat her chicken noodle soup with an egg sandwich, so she brought an egg sandwich. We might have put in a little bit too much noodles because we lost some moisture. I know, it'll be okay. Alright, but this is pretty much ready. I'm going to move this out of the way, Kiowa.
In my pretty noodle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.